When Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes and built an empire stretching across Asia, he probably hoped his kids would keep running things smoothly. Well, his sons had other plans. Instead of working together like a well oiled war machine, they bickered, backstabbed, and turned the empire into their own personal drama series. For example, after the death of the eldest son Mongol Khan in 1259, a succession crisis erupted among his brothers. Arik Boke, the youngest brother, declared himself Great Khan in Karakorum, the Mongol capital, with the support of traditional Mongol nobility. Kublai Khan, who was ruling over northern China, rejected Arik Boke's claim and declared himself the legitimate ruler in 1260. After years of war, Kublai defeated Arik in 1264 and forced him to surrender. Kublai then imprisoned his own brother, who later died under suspicious circumstances. Some say Kublai had him executed. But just when it looked like everything was about to fall apart, in rode the real MVPs. Genghis Khan's daughters saved his legacy. They were trained in strategy, diplomacy, and leadership, and they had zero patience for their brother's nonsense. Yep, they were married off but still in charge. Genghis Khan, always thinking 3 steps ahead, married his daughters off to powerful tribal leaders. Alakai Beki married to the ruler of Ongud tribe, a loyal Mongol ally. Al Altun married into the Uyghur kingdom. Chechegin married into the Ongud Turks. But there's the twist. They weren't just an armed candy. Instead of playing the role of doting wives, they were the real bosses. Their husbands, mostly just figureheads. Take Alakai Beki, for example. Sent off to rule a distant tribe, she didn't just sit pretty, she ran the whole operation. She settled disputes, maintained order, and when rebellion started brewing, she shut it down faster than a Mongol cavalry charge. Meanwhile, the sons were not helping. While the daughters were out trying to keep everything together, Genghis Khan's sons were too busy playing Who Wants to Be Emperor, and things were looking grim. But then came Turikane Khatun, widow of one of Genghis Khan's sons. Instead of letting the empire implode, she stepped up as regent and got things back in order. She didn't just hold power, she owned it. She restructured the government, appointed competent officials, and made sure her son inherited something worth ruling. The daughter's secret weapon? Strategy and intel. Beyond just keeping their own territories in check, Genghis Khan's daughters were master strategists. They formed a vast intelligence network, sending crucial information back to the Mongol court. For example, control over key regions. Each daughter was placed in charge of strategic frontier regions where they ruled on behalf of the Mongol Empire. Their husbands were technically kings or tribal chiefs, but Mongol control was absolute. Second, stationing Mongol troops in their kingdoms. Instead of simply marrying into foreign courts, Genghis Khan's daughters brought Mongol troops with them, ensuring loyalty and acting as Khan's eyes and ears in the region. Third, use of trusted messengers. They sent intelligence reports directly to the Mongol court, keeping the central government informed about rebellions, betrayals, and enemy movements. Last, gathering local intelligence. They recruited local spies to monitor enemy movements, rival factions, and potential uprisings in their territories. The big role of Alakai Beki, the ruler of Ongud tribe. After her husband died, some Ongud nobles tried to overthrow her. Instead, she used her intelligence network to anticipate the coup and eliminated the rebels before they could strike. She sent reports back to the Mongol court warning of potential disloyalty within the Ongud ranks. Torigane Khatun, widow of one of Genghis Khan's sons, crushed the movement before it could gain momentum by tapping into the alliance she forged with Mongol generals. The unsung heroines of the Mongol Empire. Despite their massive contributions, history largely forgot these women. Genghis Khan's name is everywhere, and his sons, despite their questionable leadership skills, got plenty of recognition. But his daughters? Their achievements were buried under centuries of male dominated storytelling. Not only that, Torigane Katun was even betrayed by her own son. But that's another video. Yet, without them, the Mongol Empire might have crumbled far sooner than it did. They didn't just inherit their father's ambition, they upheld his legacy when everyone else was busy tearing it down. So, next time you hear about Mongols conquering half the world, remember, while the warriors were out fighting, it was the women pulling the strings, making the tough calls, and quite literally saving the empire.
Short and sweet, but also I hope it was funny for you. I really enjoyed doing it and I can do more. Just let me know in the comment section and also by liking the video. And while you're there, subscribe to me, please, because I realize there are more than 40% that's actually not subscribed to my channel, but regularly watch my channel. So I hope that you will actually start subscribing and hitting that notification button and share the video if you can. Also, follow me on X and on Instagram and on my Patreon. We do have a vibrant community there. There is a free tier if you just want to try things out. Great conversations, a good place for you to ask unpopular opinion. I mean, state unpopular opinions and ask critical questions without getting canceled. Thank you so much. I'll see you there.